Donald Trump's presidency has left an indelible mark on American politics, one that will be studied and debated for years to come. His brand of populist nationalism, fueled by a potent mix of grievance and charisma, has resonated with a significant portion of the electorate, creating a fervent base of supporters who feel deeply connected to his message. However, Trump's legacy is not merely one of policy shifts and cultural upheavals. It extends far beyond the immediate impacts of his administration. It is also a legacy of deep division, institutional distrust, and a political discourse steeped in hyperbole and animosity. The polarization he has fostered has left the nation more divided than ever. This toxic legacy poses a unique challenge for the Republican Party, the institution Trump once led and now looms over like a colossus. The party is now at a crossroads, struggling to find its identity in the post-Trump era. Trump's narcissism, his insatiable need for adulation, and his utter disregard for norms and conventions have created a perilous landscape for future GOP candidates. They must navigate a complex political environment that he has fundamentally altered. They must navigate the treacherous terrain between appealing to his fervent base and winning over moderate voters alienated by his bombastic style and divisive rhetoric. This balancing act is fraught with challenges and potential pitfalls. The GOP is now trapped in the Trumpian shadow, grappling with the consequences of his tumultuous tenure. The party's future direction is uncertain, and its leaders are divided on how to move forward. His actions have alienated key demographics, eroded democratic norms, and sown discord within the party ranks. The impact of his presidency will be felt for years to come. The road ahead for Republican candidates is fraught with peril. They must find a way to reconcile the party's traditional values with the new reality that Trump has created. They must confront a fundamental question: can they embrace Trump's populist energy without being consumed by his destructive tendencies? The answer to this question will shape the future of the Republican Party and American politics as a whole. Trump's impact on the Republican Party has been nothing short of seismic. His entrance into the political arena and subsequent rise to the presidency fundamentally altered the landscape of the GOP. His rise to power exposed deep fissures within the GOP, fault lines that ran along ideological, generational, and cultural divides. These divisions, once simmering beneath the surface, were brought into the open, forcing the party to confront its internal conflicts. Trump's brand of populism, with its emphasis on economic nationalism, immigration restriction, and a disdain for the establishment, resonated with a segment of the electorate that felt ignored or left behind by the Republican Party's traditional platform. This group, often feeling disenfranchised by the political elite, found a champion in Trump. However, Trump's success came at a steep price. The very qualities that endeared him to his base also alienated a significant portion of the electorate. His abrasive style and inflammatory rhetoric alienated moderate Republicans and independents, pushing them away from the party. This shift has had lasting repercussions, as the GOP struggles to maintain a broad coalition. The GOP, once a bastion of fiscal conservatism and social traditionalism, became increasingly associated with Trump's brand of grievance politics and cultural resentment. This transformation has reshaped the party's identity and its approach to policy and governance. This internal division has created a dilemma for future Republican candidates. They must navigate a complex political landscape, balancing the demands of Trump's loyal base with the need to appeal to a broader electorate. On one hand, they cannot afford to alienate Trump's loyal base, who remain a potent force within the party. This group, energized and vocal, has the power to sway primaries and influence the party's direction. On the other hand, clinging too tightly to Trump's legacy risks further alienating moderate voters, whose support is crucial for winning general elections. These voters, often more centrist in their views, are essential for building a winning coalition. The GOP is now a house divided, struggling to reconcile its past with its uncertain future. As the party grapples with these challenges, its ability to adapt and unify will determine its trajectory in the years to come. Republican candidates face a daunting challenge in the post-Trump era. They must navigate the treacherous tightrope between appealing to the former president's base and broadening their appeal to a wider electorate. This balancing act will define the Republican Party's immediate future and determine its viability as a competitive force in American politics. Those who choose to embrace Trump's legacy risk alienating moderate voters and solidifying the perception of the GOP as a party of grievance and division. However, distancing themselves from Trump entirely could prove equally perilous. Such a move would likely invite a backlash from the former president's ardent supporters, who remain a potent force within the Republican base. The challenge for GOP candidates is to articulate a conservative vision that resonates with both Trump's base and the broader electorate. This will require a delicate balancing act, one that acknowledges the concerns of Trump's supporters while offering a more inclusive and unifying message. Failure to strike this balance could lead to further electoral losses and cement the Democratic Party's dominance in national politics. The Trump effect extends far beyond the realm of national politics, permeating the very fabric of state and local elections. His influence is being felt in state and local elections across the country, as candidates grapple with how to navigate the former president's enduring popularity among a segment of the electorate. This phenomenon is reshaping the political landscape in ways that are both profound and complex. In many traditionally Republican strongholds, candidates are embracing Trump's populist message and style, often echoing his rhetoric on issues such as immigration, trade, and cultural conservatism. They believe that aligning with Trump's brand of politics can energize their base and secure their electoral success. This strategy has proven successful in some cases, particularly in rural areas where Trump's message of economic anxiety and cultural grievance resonates deeply. These communities often feel overlooked by the political establishment and see Trump as a champion of their concerns. However, in other areas, particularly in suburban districts with a growing number of moderate and independent voters, aligning too closely with Trump can be a liability. Suburban voters tend to prioritize issues like healthcare, education, and infrastructure, which may not always align with Trump's agenda. Candidates in these areas face a more difficult calculation, as they attempt to balance the need to appeal to Trump's base with the imperative of broadening their appeal to a wider electorate. They must navigate a political tightrope, trying to satisfy both the fervent Trump supporters and the more moderate, undecided voters. The outcome of these local and state elections will have significant implications for the future of the Republican Party. The party's ability to adapt to the changing political dynamics will determine its long-term viability and influence. If the GOP hopes to regain its footing as a national force, it must find a way to appeal to voters beyond Trump's base. This means crafting a message that resonates with a broader audience, including minorities, young people, and urban dwellers. Failure to do so could result in further electoral losses and a diminished role in American politics. The stakes are high, and the decisions made in these state and local elections will echo through the halls of power for years to come.